Hey ladies, welcome to today's Undesk Your Body workout. Today we're going to be just using the body weight, no equipment today. We're going to be working on strengthening the core and stretching out the core, the torso, and the back. So the core is the primarily stabilizer of your posture. So we're going to really focus on the middle and lower core today. Let's go ahead and get started with 15 to 20 minutes of full body warm-ups. You're just going to need a pillow or a hand towel for some back strengthening exercises. Let's get started. Hands on the hips. We're going to go high on the toes, back on the heels. High on the toes, back on the heels. Belly button into the spine. Bringing those heels up right behind the toes. Don't let the ankles bow in or out. Big breath out as you lift those heels. 3, 2, last one. Now bring the feet wide, arms wide, hips to the front, and we're going to twist the upper torso. Twist. Hips forward, hands come behind the shoulders. 3 more each side. 2 more. Last one each direction. Now bring those hands out parallel to the floor, feet hip width apart. We're going to squat and kick. Bring the rear back and down, hips up and forward on the way up as you bring one foot across the body and up towards the opposite hand. Soft bend in the knee as you lift that foot up and across. Keep the arms parallel to your floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Belly button into the spine. 1 more each side. Now let's work on that posture. Hands come to the mid-back, draw the shoulders and elbows back, belly button into the spine, spine into those hands. Now let's warm up the quad, rock and kick. Heel to the rear. Knee pointed down at the floor, heel comes nice and high in the back. Bonus if you can hit that rear in the back. Keep the shoulders and elbows back, chest out. 3 more each side, 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to get some lateral movement, opening up the hips and the hamstrings in the back. We're going to step apart, kick with the other foot, cross, feet are flat, come down, tap the toes, come up through the heels, apart, kick, cross, tap the toes, come up through the heels, back and forth. Inhale down, exhale up, and switch. Inhale down, exhale up. 1 more each side. Last one. All right, now let's work on our balance and open up our hips. We're gonna plant the left leg. We're gonna move that right foot across our body all the way around. First, we're gonna start forward and down, working it back, front, corner, and down. Now out to the side, back corner, straight back, tighten the rear. Again to the back, back corner, out to the side, front corner, finish out straight ahead. Switch sides, forward and down, front corner and down, out to the side. Back corner, straight back, tighten the rear. Again to the back, back corner, and down, out to the side, front corner, and then working it back to the front. Now we're going to work on our mind and body coordination with the goblet squat and reach. Feet are hip width apart, toes are in front of the heels. So let's reach up tall and then forward, beneath. Come into a squat and hold, rear and hips low behind the knees. One arm, the other, come up nice and tall. Again, forward, beneath, squat and hold. Try to get those thighs parallel to your floor. Hips and rear come behind the knees if you can. Belly button into the spine. Squeeze those glutes together on the way up. Curl those toes up so you're not using them. Pushing down and up through the heels. Knees are over the heels. Give me 5 more. Four more. And 3. And 2, Last one, forward, beneath, squat and hold it there. One arm, the other, and come up. Bring the hands down, bring your feet wide, push the knees to the back and come down and grab those ankles, hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up through the heels. We are gonna go into jacks or modified jacks for 30 seconds. Ready and go. Feet wide, feet hip width apart, fingertips touching over the head, and then touching your legs at the bottom. If you're going into modified jacks, same range of motion over the head, leaning the chest into the knee, bringing the other foot out wide. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe from the belly, roll the shoulders to the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. To the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go to the wall for a wall sit, 30 seconds. And challenge the glutes and the quads. Feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're gonna walk the feet out. Lower the rear, knees are over the heels, knees in front of the hips, hands to the wall, belly button into the spine. Holding it here for 30 seconds. Toes in front of the heels, knees over the heels, knees in front of the hips, hands to the wall, pull that belly button into the back. Halfway there, find that focal point and breathe into it. Breathe and focus. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through those heels and come up the wall. Now we're gonna warm up that upper body. Feet wide, arms wide. We're gonna make circles to the front. Small circles. Engage the core. Tilt the pelvis forward. Tighten the glutes together. Pull the belly button into the spine. Push all that energy you're feeling in the shoulders down through the body, through the heels into the floor. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down, arms come back up. Let's reverse that circle to the back. Small circles. Little bitty circles. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down. Let's go into shoulder shrug, shoulders high, hands low, high and low. Shoulders to the ears, pushing down to the floor, high and low. Pushing all that stress away into the floor. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the arms out to the side. We're going into over unders. One hand over and then the other. One hand and the other. Over and under. Opening up the chest, strengthening the back and those shoulders. Don't let the hips move or come forward. They should stay over the heels. Give me 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down to the side. Hands come forward. We're going to squeeze in the back, clap in the front. Open and close. Squeeze in the back, clap in the front. Give me 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Last one, and bring those hands down. Let's push that away with windmills. One arm across the body and out, the other across the body and out. And then bring both hands into the center and push out to the side. One arm, the other, and both. Again, one arm, the other, and both. Push it all away. 3 more sets. 2 more sets. Last one arm, the other, and both. Now we're gonna warm up the neck. We're gonna look to the side, center and switch. Center, side, center, switch. Center, one more. Now, up to the ceiling, down to the floor. And ceiling and floor. One more. Roll that neck all the way around. And reverse. Awesome. Now that our neck is warmed up, we're going to go back to the wall. We're going to go to a wall sit and challenge those shoulders and those arms a little bit. We're going to raise them over the head, elbows and wrists to the wall as our rear and hips are behind the knees. Push the elbow and the wrist to the wall over the head, curl the toes up to the ceiling, pull the belly button into the spine, challenging the whole body here. Bring the knees out wide, challenge the hips. Make sure those toes are still curled up inside your shoe, challenging those quads a little bit more. Find your focal point for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands down, push up through those heels. All right, now we are going to go down, finish out our warm-up on the mat, and the rest of our time together is actually going to be down on the floor. So we're going to start in a plank. We're going to plank for 30 seconds. Going to be doing lots of planking and plank variables today. So knees are hip width apart, palms are shoulder width apart. We're going to go up on those toes or slide those knees back in 3, 2, and 1. Feet or knees hip width apart, rear low, hips high. Push through the back of those palms or those elbows into the floor. Raise those shoulder blades up and then squeeze them together in the back, keeping the rear low. Back should be flat, belly button into the spine, core engaged. Rock the heels back. It's going to engage the quads. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the floor. Point the toes, plant the hands, and extend the arms. Stretch out the lower back in cobra pose, or you can come down into low cobra on the elbows. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, bring the rear all the way back to the heels. Hold it there. Bring the knees out wide. We're going to keep the rear at the feet as you extend the arms. Lower the elbows and the forehead to the floor. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands. We're going to come on the hands and knees. Hands shoulder width apart, knees are hip width apart. Let's go into bird dog. Reach out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Come back to center. Switch. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Come back to center. Hands wide, knees wide, belly button into the spine. Hips lined up with those knees. Make sure that the hips aren't rocking and rotating with the knees. You should stay right underneath that planted knee. Flex and extend. Breathe out and extend. Push that foot behind you, stretching out the back, warming up the core, working on our balance and our coordination. Give me 5 more each side. Then we're going to bring out that pillow or the towel. 4 more each side. And 3, 2, 1 more each direction. And relax. Now let's bring out your pillow or your towel. We're going to go into back strengthening exercises. We're going to lay on our stomach. Make sure you have room to the side and over your head. Forehead on the towel, legs are extended, toes are pointed. Hands are at the side of your hips, palms facing up. We're going to push up high and drop low. Open up the chest and drop low. Strengthen the back and drop low. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to slide the hands 6 inches from the hips. We're going to come out and up and down. Squeeze in the back and relax. And 3. And 2. And 1. Relax. Flip the wrist. Hands are going to come out to the side of the shoulders like a bird. We're going to come out and up high and low. Out and up high and low. And 3. 2. Last one. Relax. Make a fist. Thumbs up. Thumbs come out and up high. And relax. Out and up high. And relax. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And 2. Last one. Relax. Hands are flat. We're going to bring the arms over the head. Toes still pointed. Soft bend in those elbows. We're going to lift from the core as we lift the hands and elbows up. Drop them low. Lift them up. Drop them low. And 3, and 2, and 1. Relax, make a fist, thumbs up, thumbs and elbows come up and down, lift up and down, and 3, and 2, and 1. Relax, hands flat, drop the elbows to the side of the shoulders, hands and elbows come out and up, squeeze in the back, and relax, both, out and up, squeeze in the back, and relax, and 3, 2, and 1. Relax, make a fist, thumbs up, thumbs and elbows come out and up, high, and low, out and up, high, and low, and 3, and 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're going to turn over onto the back. We're going to go into glute bridges. We're going to stretch out that back and fire up those glutes in the back. Fingertips to the heels, knees over the heels. Make sure those feet are hip width apart. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you. We're going to extend the hips high, rear tight, come down and relax. Up high, rear tight, come down and relax. Pushing through those heels, curling the toes up to the ceiling. Knees should stay in place. They shouldn't be moving forward as you lift those hips. If they are, you probably have to move your feet further away from the rear. Knees should not come together or go wide either. They should stay in place. Give me 8, 7, and 6, 5, and 4. Hips high, rear tight. 3, 2 more, and then we're holding at the top. Last one. Let's hold it here. Hips in line with the knees and the shoulders. Flat in the front, flat in the back. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now keep the legs bent. We're also going to bend the elbows to 90 degrees. We're going to push the belly button into the spine, spine into the floor, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingertips touching the floor behind you. And we're going to glide those fingertips over the head, keeping all those points of contact. Don't let that back arch. Push it back into the floor and bring those elbows back down. And slide the fingertips back up. And bring the elbows back down. Lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingertips touching the floor at all times. Give me 2 more. Last one. All right, now we're gonna bring the fingertips up to the ceiling. We're gonna work on rotation and overhead range of motion here. Palm and wrist to the ground by your side, no arch in the back. Fingertips up, back of the hand and the wrist to the ground by your head. Again, don't let that back arch, push it down, back and forth with those hands. Give me 2 more. Last one. And relax. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're gonna be doing lots of planking today. So we're gonna start out with a 45-second plank. You can be on your knees or on those toes, but I want you to make sure that you're in a full plank on the back of those palms there. Palms should be underneath the shoulders, knees hip width apart. You can either slide those knees back or go up on the toes in 3, 2, and 1. Slide those knees back or bring the feet wide as you extend the legs. We're holding it here for 45 seconds. Make sure that your shoulders are over the back of the palms. You're up on those toes. Rear is low. Squeezing the glutes together, squeezing that rear together. Hips are high. Core is engaged. Pull the belly button into the spine. Tighten everything up. Push from the shoulders into the back of the palms into the floor and lift those shoulders up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Next, relax, looking down at the floor in between those hands. We've got 15 seconds. Hold it here. Big breath, keep the rear low, keep the hips high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the mat, point the toes, plant the hands, and extend the arms. All right, we're gonna work that core somewhere. We're gonna go into crunches, fingertips behind the ears, elbows relaxed. Feet hip width apart. We're gonna bring the head, neck, and shoulders up about 6 inches. Make sure those shoulders are lifted and come down. Give yourself a double chin at the top to ensure that your neck is relaxed and in a neutral position with your back. Big breath out. Pull that belly button to the spine to anchor the torso as you lift and engage the lower abdominals. Give me 10 more. 9 more. If you move your eyes side to side, you shouldn't see those elbows. Should almost have those elbows behind you, chest out. Give me 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Last one. And relax. Fingertips to the heels. We're going to go into some more glute bridges. Work those glutes, make them stronger. Push through the heels, hips high, rear tight. Come down and relax. Up high, rear tight. Come down and relax. Again, knees shouldn't be coming forward, together, or wide. Position those feet appropriately. They should be right underneath the knees. Back of the heel, right underneath the knees. Hips in line with the knees and the shoulders at the top. Glutes in the back. Your rear should be engaged and squeezed together. 7 more. 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Last one, and relax. Now we're going to get some rotation. We're going to go into rotational crunches. Fingertips behind the ears, elbows relaxed, feet stay hip width apart. Now keep the left elbow on the ground as we bring the right elbow up about 1.5 feet from that opposite knee, and relax. And switch. Head, neck, and shoulders up with that elbow, and relax. Engaging the lower abdominals as you rotate the torso. Now checking on those knees again. They should stay over the heels. They should not be moving with the elbow. Give me 5 more each side. Head, neck, shoulder, and elbow relax as you come down. 3 more each side. 2. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to go into single or double leg lifts. If you're doing doubles, you're doing 12. If you're doing alternating, you're doing 6. Now just the thumbs underneath the rear, palms are at your side, supporting your body weight. We're going to extend the legs, soft bend in the knees, so those knees are up off the ground, toes are pointed. If you're doing alternating, you're bringing one heel up over the hip with a soft bend in the knee. If you're bringing both, you're pushing through the palms, belly button into the spine, lowering those heels about 1 inch off the floor. Breathe out as you lower. Try not to let those feet touch the ground. Keep that soft bend in the knees. Keep the toes pointed. That's going to help your back. Give me 6 more. Breathe out. 5. Breathe out. 4. Relax the neck. 3. And 2. Last one. And relax. Now we are going to go into a V glute bridge. So we're going to bring the heels together, toes out, fingertips to the heels. We're going to extend the hips high, rear tight, come down and relax. Just challenging the hips a little more with those feet out at an angle. Hips come straight up, and then we're going to pull them straight down. Push from the heel all the way down through the toe. Hips should still be in line with the shoulders and the knees at the top. Give me 10 more. 9. Big breath. 8. 7. And 6. Big breath. 5. And 4. 3. 2. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to go into full body sit-ups. So you're going to either need to have someone support you or possibly slide your feet under a piece of furniture. So if you have a couch or something close by, that would be great. Otherwise, make sure that the feet are a little further away from your rear than they are with a normal crunch, because you're going to need more for momentum, more space. So we're going to bring the thumbs and the fingertips over our head. Use the momentum of the hands as well as the lower abdominals, belly button down to the pubic bone as we Reach up to the ceiling, try to touch our toes or the floor. Reach up and roll back. Reach up, touch the floor, reach up and roll back. Use the momentum with those hands as well as the lower abdominals. Pushing through the heels. Again, if your feet are trying to come off the floor, just tuck your toes underneath some furniture. If you have someone at home, they can grab on your ankles or your feet. If you find your knees are moving a lot and your knees are coming together as you lift or coming out wide, try putting a pillow or a small sports ball in between your knees and putting pressure on that object to prevent the knees from moving. You need to engage that core. Give me 6 more. 5, keep those feet flat. 4, 3, 2, last one, reach and relax. Now we're gonna go into a V sit. So you can either have your heels on the floor, toes up, or you can have your lower leg parallel to the floor. We're gonna have our hands parallel to the floor, breathing into those fingertips, regardless of which position you choose. Draw those shoulders back to the floor behind you and hold it here, or lift your legs up so that they're parallel to the floor. Draw those shoulders back, open up the chest, belly button to the spine, flatten the front, flatten the back. That's gonna help engage the core appropriately and take less pressure off your back there. It's okay if you start shaking, keep those heels high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're gonna lay on our side and we're gonna go into a side plank. So you can either go into a full side plank or a modified version. We're gonna stack the knees, the heels, and the hips. The shoulder's gonna be over the elbow. So you can either hold it here, bring the top foot in front of the bottom, or you can bend at the knees, bringing the heels to the rear. Whichever you choose. I'm gonna bring my foot in front of the bottom one, and I'm gonna bring the hips forward and up. So the upper part of the body is in one line, bottom part of the body is in another line. Shoulders still over the elbow. We're holding it here for 30 seconds. Neck is relaxed. You should be looking down at that fist or the forearm. If you want, you can extend your other arm up towards the ceiling. Big breath. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're gonna go on our hands and knees. We're gonna go into quadruped twist for 30 seconds. Hands under the shoulders, knees wide under the hips. We're just gonna reach across the body and up to the ceiling as we stretch out that back and the torso. Hands come back under the shoulders and twist to the other side. Stretching out that back, opening up the chest. $15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now stay on the hands and knees. We're going to bring the right foot in between your hands or underneath the chest. Plant the left hand and twist towards that right knee as you bring the right hand up to the ceiling. We're stretching out the back, opening up the chest, and stretching out the hip on the right side. Hold it there. The more you twist that torso, the more you're going to feel that stretch in your back, the chest, and the hip. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back on the hands and knees. Other hand comes in between the hands or under the chest. Plant the right hand, and we're going to twist towards the left knee, bringing that left hand up to the ceiling. Stretching out the torso, stretching out the hip. Hold it here. Now bend even further, increase that stretch. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back on the hands and knees. Now we're going to go into child's pose rocks. We're going to bring the rear all the way back to the heels. Toes are pointed. Push through the palms. Shoulders come over the palms. Rear back towards the heels. Push through the palms. Shoulders over the palms. Rocking back, stretching out that back, warming up the core. Opening up the hips. Pull that belly button into the spine. Keep the knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. Give me 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to curl those toes, pop up on those heels, and bring the knees down wide under the hips. Point the toes, bring the rear all the way back to the heels. Going to child's pose, rocks and lifts. Slow, dynamic, active stretching movement. Stretching out the back, working the core, stretching out the hamstrings. Tight hamstrings often leads to a tight back. And now point the toes. We're going to come all the way back into child's pose, rear to the heels, extend the arms, drop the elbows, forehead to the floor. We're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. Big breath. Extend those arms, stretch out the shoulders even more. Keep the toes pointed. Keep the rear at the heels. Breathe from the belly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands up and forward. We're going to finish out with a side plank on the other side. Shoulder over the elbow. Again, you can stack the heels, bring one foot in front of the other, or you can bend at the knees, bringing the heels to the rear. I'm going to bring my top foot in front of the bottom, shoulders over the elbow, hip, knees, and heels are stacked, and we're going to come forward with the hips and then up. Shoulder is still over that elbow. We're holding it here for 30 seconds. Top of the body's in line, bottom of the body's in line, hips are up. We're not dropping that hip to the floor. Can extend that hand up, halfway there. Neck is relaxed, look down at that fist or that forearm. Make sure you're not tilting forward, open up the chest, strengthen the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. Now we're gonna go back to the top. We're gonna go back into a plank for 45 seconds, starting on the hands and knees. Shoulders over the palms, knees under the hips. We're going to extend the legs or drop the knees back. Let's do it. Drop the rear, hips high, core's engaged, glutes are engaged. Squeeze the glutes together. Up on those toes, but drop the heels back. Push from the shoulders into the back of the palms into the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Next, relax, looking down to the floor. Push through those palms and lift your shoulders up. Big breath, breathing into the floor. In between those hands, you've got 15 seconds. You can do it. Keep the rear low, keep the hips high. Glutes, quads engaged. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the mat, point the toes, plant the hands, and extend the arms, stretching out that lower back. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go on the back. We're going to go into crunches. 15 of them, feet hip width apart, knees over the heels, just those fingertips. Behind the ears, elbows relaxed. Head, neck, and shoulders up about 6 inches or so. Give yourself a double chin to make sure that the neck is relaxed and in line with the back. Move the eyes side to side, make sure you can't see those elbows. Breathe out. And breathe out. Belly button to the spine to support that torso. As you lift the shoulders up off the ground, make sure those shoulders are coming up. Give me 6, relax. 5, relax. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, and relax. We're going right into glute bridges. Fingertips to those heels, heels underneath the knees. Extend the hips high, rear tight. Come down and relax. Up high, rear tight. Come down and relax. Squeeze those glutes together. Fire up those glutes. If you feel it more in the quads at the front, you should probably not extend your hips quite as high. Probably move the feet a little further away from the rear. Give me 7 and 6. Big breath, 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. We're gonna go into rotational crunches now. Fingertips behind the ears, elbows relax. Opposite elbow towards opposite knee. You should go about 1.5 feet away from that knee while you keep the other elbow relaxed on the floor. Don't lift both elbows off the floor. Engage those lower abdominals as you lift and rotate. Five more each side. 4 more each side. 3 and 2. Last one, both directions. And relax. Now we're going to extend the legs, point the toes, thumbs under the rear, palms to the ground, soft bend in the knees. Single or double leg lifts. We're going to do 12 doubles or 6 singles. Let's go. Push through those palms, soft bend in the knees. Try to get those heels and toes up over the hips. Breathe out. Heel and toes should come about 1 inch or 2 off the floor. Big breath out as you lower them to the floor. Give me 6 more. 5, breathe out. 4, breathe out. 3, 2, last one, and relax. Now we're going to go into V glute bridges, heels together, toes out, fingertips towards those heels. Extend the hips, high, rear tight, come down and relax. Up, high, rear tight, come down and relax. You should feel a little more of a challenge in the glutes here with the toes out. Should make you work a little harder to get those hips up there. Squeeze the glutes in the back. Again, if your knees are coming forward, move those heels out. Push through those heels. Hips come straight up and pull them straight down. Hips come straight up, pull them straight down. Give me 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And relax. Now we're going to full body sit-ups or roll-ups. Bring those feet out a little further. You can tuck them underneath a piece of furniture. Arms and thumbs extended over the head. We're going to use that momentum in the lower abdominals to come up. Try to touch your feet or the floor. Reach up and come back. Reach up, touch the floor, reach up and roll back. Rolling back through each vertebrae as you calm down and relax. Focus on those knees. Don't let them come together or go wide. Again, you can stick a pillow or a ball in between those knees. Give me 6 more. Make sure you're not just using the momentum, also use those lower abdominals to lift. And then resist as you lower. 4 more. Feet should stay flat on the ground. Two more. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to come into a seated position. We're going to go into that V set. Heels start hip width apart. Arms parallel to the floor. You could either rock back or lift those heels up so that the lower legs are parallel to the floor.
Your back should be flat, shoulders back towards the floor behind you, chest out. Keep those heels high if your legs are elevated. Lower leg parallel to your mat, arms parallel to the floor. Breathing into those fingertips and those toes. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathe. 2 and 1. Relax.
Now we're going to go on the side into that side plank, whatever your preferred position is. Stacking the knees, heels, and the hips, shoulder over the elbow. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Come forward and up with the hips. Keep the lower part of the body in one line, upper part of the body in another. Shoulder stays over that elbow. Keep the neck relaxed, looking down at your fist and your forearm. Don't let that hip drop towards the floor. Push through the forearm and the elbow and lift yourself up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're going to go on the hands and knees before we go over to the other side. Do those quadruped twists. On the hands and knees, we're going to twist to one side, bringing that hand up, stretching out the back, warming up the core, opening up the chest. 30 seconds back and forth. One more each side. And relax. Now bring your right foot in between those hands or underneath the chest. Plant the left hand. I'm going to twist towards that right knee, bringing the right hand up to the ceiling. Stretch out that back. Open up the chest. That's going to help your posture. Stretching out that right hip here. Now we're going to increase the stretch more by bringing that hand further behind you. Close your eyes. Work on that balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back down on the hands and knees. Other hand comes in between other foot comes in between your hands. Plant the right hand and twist towards that left knee. Left hand up to the ceiling. Stretching out that back, opening up the chest, stretching out that left hip. Now bring that top hand further behind you. Intensify, increase that stretch in the hip. Close your eyes, work on the balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back on the hands and knees. We're going to go into child's pose rock. Starting on the hands and knees, pointing the toes, bringing the rear to the heels. Come up and forward. Rear back to the heels. Come up and forward. Belly button to the spine. Nice dynamic stretching. We're back to those heels. Shoulder comes back over the palms as you pull that belly button into your back. Give me 2 more, and then we're going to add the lift. Last one. Now curl the toes underneath you, pop up on those toes, drop the heels down, bring the knees down wide under the hips, point the toes, bring the rear back to the heels. Stretch out those hamstrings, which is there if we're going to stretch out the back. Push through the back of the palms. As you lift, drop those heels down a little lower each time. Give me 1 more. And point the toes. We're going to hold it back here in child's pose. Rear to the heels. Extend the arms forward. Drop the elbows. Drop the head. Hold it here. Big breath. Extend those hands a little further. Reach a little harder. Stretching out those shoulders. Keep the forehead to the ground. Keep the rear at the heels. Hold it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands. Come up and forward. We're going to finish out on the other side. Child's pose or side plank. Shoulder over the elbow. Stack the knees, heels, and the hips. Come into your preferred position. And we're going to finish out with a 30-second side plank. Hips come forward and up. Shoulder over the elbow. Keep the hip up high. Try not to bend forward. Open up that chest, bringing the shoulder back. And bring that hand up if you wish over your shoulder. Neck relax, looking down at the fist and that forearm as you push into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Extend that arm. Stretch out the shoulder. Relax the neck. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Let's come into a seated position. Sit crisscross. Bring the knees out wide. Bring one arm across the body. Other hand comes underneath and pulls in. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Switch sides. Other hand comes across the body. Other hand pulls inward. Don't pull on the shoulder or the elbow. Don't want to pull on either joint. Your hand should be somewhere in between. And release. Bringing that hand over the head. Grabbing that ear on the other side. Pulling away. Dropping the shoulder. Hold it here. Stretching up the neck and the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. And release. Let's switch sides. Grab that ear. Pull away. And drop the shoulder. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Hope you guys are feeling all stretched out. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for a new Undesk Your Body workout. Thanks so much. Have a great day.